Daily Words of God. The work of the Holy Spirit is accomplished and completed through many types of people and many different conditions. Although the work of God incarnate can represent the work of an entire era and can represent people's entry in an entire era, work on the detailed entry of people still needs to be done by men used by the Holy Spirit and not by God incarnate. So God's work, or God's own ministry, is the work of God's incarnate flesh and cannot be done by man in his stead. The work of the Holy Spirit is completed through many different types of people and cannot be fulfilled by just one particular person or fully clarified through one particular person. Those who lead the churches also cannot completely represent the work of the Holy Spirit. They can only do some leading work. In this way, the work of the Holy Spirit can be divided into three parts: God's own work, the work of men being used, and the work on all those in the stream of the Holy Spirit. Among the three, God's own work is to lead the entire era. The work of men who are used is to lead all the followers of God by being sent or receiving commissions after God's own work. And these men are the ones who cooperate with God's work. The work done by the Holy Spirit on those in the stream is to maintain all his own work, that is, to maintain the entire management and to maintain his testimony, while at the same time perfecting those who can be perfected. These three parts are the complete work of the Holy Spirit. But without the work of God himself, the entire management work would stagnate. The work of God himself involves the work of all of mankind, and it also represents the work of the entire era. That is to say, God's own work represents the movement and trend of all of the work of the Holy Spirit, whereas the work of the apostles follows God's own work and does not lead the era, nor does it represent the working trend of the Holy Spirit in the entire era. They only do the work man ought to do, which does not at all involve the management work. God's own work is the project within the management work. Man's work is only the duty of men being used and bears no relation to the management work. Due to different identities and representations of the work, despite the fact that they are both the work of the Holy Spirit, there are clear and substantive differences between God's own work and the work of man. Moreover, the extent of the work done by the Holy Spirit on work objects with different identities varies. These are the principles and scope of the work of the Holy Spirit.